one of the things about this business is I've never thought, and I think I've said this over and over again. I tell young broadcasters all the time, don't worry about being right. Try to be right, but don't be paralyzed by being right. Do yourself a favor. Be interesting. Interesting pays really well. Right? A lot of guys are right. Right gets obnoxious, right? And, but there are times, there are arguments years ago, I said when the Lakers split Kobe and Shaq up, I said they made the right decision. Now, I'm going to have to eat a dirt sandwich for about 2 years because Shaq is joining D-Wade in his prime and Pat Riley, the architect. Miami's going to be really good instantly, but the long-term play, and I felt I was right, and I was right, was Kobe. Kobe worked harder, was younger, was in better shape, was less distracted. In the end, you got a couple of titles from Kobe. He aged better, sold a lot of tickets, was more focused. But initially, you lose on that, right, as a talk show host. And I feel this about the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. For years and years and years and years, I have been saying Dak is Kirk Cousins with swag. He's a good B quarterback. Sometimes his stats, if you look at him in a blind resume, you're like, woo! And then you're like, then you unveil the blind resume and go, well, it is Kirk Cousins. He's not great in primetime. And you unveil the Dak blind resume and you're like, yeah, he doesn't beat good teams. So this argument has definitively been solved. Dak is not an A quarterback. So Cooper Rush and Andy Dalton with Mike McCarthy, who's not an elite coach, right, in most eyes. Those two quarterbacks are 9-5 without Dak. That is a 64% winning percentage. Dak Prescott, his winning percentage in Dallas is less. It's 62%. Now, what does that mean? If you have a star quarterback, here's how it works. Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots won 77% of his games with Brady. Brady left 4 other quarterbacks, Castle, Bledsoe, Cam, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi. He won 49% of his games. That's Bill Belichick. Andy Reid with the Chiefs has won 64% of his games without Mahomes, 80% with him. John Harbaugh with the Ravens, with Lamar Jackson, 74% wins. Without Lamar, he's won 57% of his games. Even Jimmy Garoppolo, who you all despise, with Garoppolo, 69% winner is Kyle Shanahan. Without him, 24%. Brady, Mahomes, Lamar, Garoppolo. If you have a star, even a great coach, Reid, Harbaugh, Kyle, Belichick, not going to win as much. Cooper and Andy Dalton fill in with Mike McCarthy. Their winning percentage is slightly better than Dak. Now, some of this could be situational. This is not a criticism. But the Cooper Cup and Andy Dalton is validation, illustration, verification of an inarguable truth. That Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback. And like Kirk Cousins, there are some intangibles I love. But if you have a star quarterback, okay, even a great coach can't win. In San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan wins 24% of his games. The greatest coach, Bill Belichick in New England, wins less than half his games without Brady. Mahomes in Kansas City, and he took over a team that had some players, 65% winner. With Mahomes, it's 80. That is the gap. That is a star quarterback in this league. So it's not a shot at Dak. It is an illustration of the reality. With Mike McCarthy, he went over 62, 63, 64% with Cooper Rush and Andy Dalton. About 62, 63% with Dak. I think Dak's obviously better than Dalton and Cooper Rush. Some of it can be situational in who you play. But we've always knocked Kirk Cousins because he can't win the primetime games. Go look at Dak's last 5 years. He can't beat the good teams. It's the same thing. Dak is Kirk, both B+, but he's got more swag. The big story today is Davante Adams, receiver for the Raiders, who has a reputation as a great guy. He's on the road. It was a frustrating end. And as he's walking off the field, the sky view looks like he just went up and pushed a photographer to the ground. When you see the ground level shot behind Davante Adams, the cameraman walks in front of him. He shouldn't put his hands on somebody or shove them. You can put your hands on somebody to move them out of the way, but he shoved him. That guy went to the police. He filed a report. He said he's got a concussion, and today, misdemeanor assault for shoving in that situation. Obviously, a pro athlete, always keep your hands off fans. Duh. I don't think it rises to this. I think when you watch the ground level camera, the kid walks right in front of him with his head down, and Davante had his head down, and he didn't know what it was, somebody carrying something. It is what it is. I don't think it rises. Like right now on that video, that kid walked right in front of him. So I don't think it rises to the level of misdemeanor assault, but I don't work in a police department. There's an animosity. Pro athletes now make so much money and are so famous in America. There are a percentage of people that are looking to take advantage of them. That's what it feels like to me. If somebody would have apologized, I would have been, if I was the cameraman, I would have said, oh, sorry for being in the way. But you don't have to be a jerk about it. That would be my reaction. I wouldn't go to a police department or hospital. I wouldn't file anything. That's just not my personality. I've had dust up with people before. Not like that, but, it's just my takeaway is be the better person, but keep your hands off people is the golden rule.
If you had like a broken arm as a result of that, I could understand, or a separated shoulder or something crazy, but he had a minor headache and quote unquote whiplash.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.